a very nice stone. It is not a niece. Graham Young from University of Manitoba had mentioned when he's seen this that he does believe it is a sandstone. In fact, it's a peculiar one, which makes sense. Look at this. This is a sandstone. So knowing that, look at this. What is that? That's not the mica. And this? That's a big red gem. I don't know what it is, but this whole red area is a vein. You can see there what I mean. Like, it varies in intensity, but that's a strange discoloration. And this here, this is a crust, okay? I think this surrounds the entire thing, and the bottom part that was embedded in the ground became stained, but the part that was exposed is like this, and you can see parts that are like this under the brown exterior, the brown discoloration. So I think that the crust is in fact all gray and like white, like this. It just has become stained from weathering. Now, people have argued that it's not very aerodynamic, and that doesn't make any sense. It's no less aerodynamic than any other meteorite, and in fact, its features are consistent with an oriented meteorite. If you look here, this is the only flat surface that is on this, and it's hard to see the finer details, but there is a lip here that goes all the way around, and it went all the way around the flat surface. Just a thin little lip, something, just texturation, and you can see, I don't know if it's hard to see in the camera. My camera's not very high resolution, so I can't show you some of the fine details, but you can see there is like a path. There's lines that go through it, and this is the shape that a meteorite would have. This, I mean, you have to remember that this was a complete stone at one point. So this was like this. There was a large area over that. But this is aerodynamic. This is the shape that a meteorite would take. And anybody that says that it doesn't fit an aerodynamic shape is just they're just trying to say that it's not. They're not actually trying to be part of the conversation. Like, it is aerodynamic. That's how it would have formed. Even if it formed in the earth, there would have had to have been some force working around it uniformly, because there is uniform markings around it. Like you can see even here. Those are lines, and they are all uniform in one direction, and inside of these grooves is melt. It's crystal. It's melt and accumulated there. So explain that, because my explanation for it is the scientific research pointing to atmospheric entry of a sandstone. That's what it does. It accumulates. So unless you can offer up evidence that it's not atmospheric entry, then honestly, I don't know what to tell you. I'm only interested in hearing from people that are up to date with this research, and anybody else that does meteorite hunting that doesn't believe in sandstone meteorites existing and is not researched on the, very new research that surrounds them. I suggest going to Science Direct, or another academic website where you can read the research papers directly. That's what I've done. I've read all of them, so You know, I'm well aware of the features that I'm looking at. That's bizarre in a sandstone. All right. It is a sandstone, and that's not common at all. I don't even think that's quartz. I mean, you can't know. Quartz floats, and the dust in this, nothing floats. There is a yellow crystal in here. Maybe hard to see. I don't even know if it's a crystal. I don't know. Maybe it's gold, but it's not the same color as the other stuff. It's yellow, and I've only found it here. It's not right there. No. See, that's not flat. I know that it looks flat from the camera angles and it's hard to see it, but I promise you that this is an aerodynamic shape. Like now you're seeing it. Like, yeah, before it looks like, oh, like that's just a flat surface. No. That's what it looks like. It's the same with this. This part I damaged this area. So that's why it looks like this. It'd probably be a lot nicer if I hadn't damaged it, but it's okay. This is the side that has the green crystals. They're in this area, this area, this area, in clusters. Very small, very fine. And then in this area here, look at that. Like if you look at this, I think that this is the part that hit as a meteorite. I think this is the part that it kind of oriented on and everything kind of melted away from this spot here. But I could be wrong about that. I'm not exactly sure. It does look like there's a lot of, pox there. But see, these are in ridges. Like, that's another strange thing. Is like that's a ridge. This is a ridge. This is a ridge right here. And like, it's so, like, it's not smooth. It's, a lot of these are grooves. Like that's a groove. This is a groove. If I can show you a better angle here so you can see. There you go. So it's not flat. I know that the camera angles can be deceiving, but you can see now possibly a better angle what you've seen before. Like this isn't even flat. This has little indents in it. All around there.
We should host the next G7 at my club, Doral. It's perfect. This time last night, that seemed insane, yes, but also totally impossible, right? I mean, yes, clearly the president wants to hold the G7 at his private club so he and his family can profit from it personally, but that is so blatantly illegal. It's literally against the black letter law of the Constitution. We do still have law enforcement in this country, so as insane as it was that the president is trying to promote that as an idea, at least we can be sure that that won't happen, right? Right? Well, then tonight, we got this on the front page of the Washington Post. Attorney General William Barr, top law enforcement official in the United States, books Trump's hotel for a $30,000 holiday party.
Oh, wow.
So don't worry, it is clearly illegal for the president to set himself up to personally profit from his presidency by making it so that people who want to or need to do political business with him can pay him in order to do that. Don't worry, America, that's illegal. Law enforcement.
Did you guys just hear that?